Hello everyone, I'm Gemma Beall and welcome to Attaining the Second Cognition. Today's presentation is how to break and create a mindset. We've been talking about mindsets a lot lately, and this information is not something I've been aware of for years. I've only been aware of them lately, and I've been sharing my realizations of them with you as I'm experiencing them within myself. There are times when the actions of others are a catalyst to bring the mindsets into my awareness, but as I've said many times, there is nothing that I point out that I haven't personally seen within my own mind. For those of you that don't know what a catalyst means, it is defined as an agent that provokes or speeds significant change or action. In the Power of the Mindset video, there was another person and their actions that was the catalyst behind a majority of the content in the video, but the video itself wasn't about that person and their mindsets nor their actions. It was a product of the realizations I had about myself and my own mindset and what I allowed to happen around me because of the mindset. I even stated in the video that I was guilty of holding the hierarchical mindset and took responsibility for it and owned it. If you watch that video, you will notice that my voice is not like it was in most of our videos. There was an intensity to it, and that intensity wasn't anger. That intensity was my steeled resolve on breaking my own hierarchical mindset. We've explained in some of the videos that there's a difference between understanding and realizations. What I experienced was something I had an understanding of, but the realization of it was a major epiphany for me on a personal level that day. I'm sure you know from your own experience how difficult it is to see our own mindsets within our own minds, and this fact is not something that I run away from. It is something that I am actively searching for on a daily basis to further remove myself from the hooks of the first cognition. But I am sick and tired of everything on this path being so fucking difficult. We make it difficult because of these very mindsets that we've been shackled with, and the intensity you heard and may have felt in my voice on that video is the intent, the steeled resolve within my psyche to break my own fucking hierarchical and I am mindsets. These mindsets aren't something that is obvious at lower levels of awareness, but it is glaring from higher levels of awareness, and it was irritating to me that I personally didn't see them and identify them within my own mind sooner. In my contemplation, once I realized it, I could see my own hierarchical mindset my whole life. I often would say, I'm not a leader, but I'm a great right hand. This mindset made me a follower even unto myself by placing myself in a hierarchy at mid-level. This mindset goes against everything I've been saying, but I wasn't being hypocritical because it was so subtle that I couldn't see it within my own mind. This is the problem with most mindsets. They are so fucking subtle that we can't see it unless we look into our own minds knowing exactly what we're looking for and admit it to ourselves that we do this. In this case, I did look within, I did see it, and you witnessed me owning it, and you heard and felt my steeled resolve in breaking it. For those that seriously think that Endel and I don't look within ourselves and do the things we are sharing with others, remember, I don't share everything I go through in my mind with you, and neither does he. You don't need to be aware of the deep internal contemplations that we do in our minds to consider the information within your own mind and how it may or may not apply to you. We have told you we are sharing our journeys and our experiences with others as we are experiencing it, so others can benefit from our own insights about what we discover within ourselves if they choose to do the same internal work themselves. I will state with authority and as a fact, because it has proven itself to be true time and time again on my path, that if you refuse to see it within yourself and you refuse to admit that you do everything that everybody else does, you will never give yourself the opportunity nor have the power within you to change it. Nobody, not even Endel, knows what goes on in my mind when I'm contemplating things. I don't know what goes on in his mind when he contemplates, but we both know each other well enough that we know our contemplation process is a mission of discovery and to change what does not serve our psychic path. We know how bad this human condition we are all experiencing has been controlled and manipulated, and we know that we are no different than anyone else in this predicament. But our intent is one to fix what is horrifically broken, and we both will embrace what is not there to make sure we find and fix it if it is still there. Neither one of us know any of you, and any observations we made are for points of consideration only. We aren't finger pointing. The person that has the choice to contemplate our observations or not, and learning something about themselves or not. You can certainly tell when we've nailed our observations by how others respond, because the reactions perfectly exemplify what we've pointed out in our videos. I'm dead serious in the many times I've stated that when someone says something that causes an emotional response within me, that I know there is truth in the observation, and I go within myself knowing it is the truth and discovering how it is truth, and I work within my mind to alter it. I also know when others make assumptions and project those assumptions, whether it has merit or not, because I know my contemplation process and what I do internally. I understand my motivations and the reasons I do things, because this is something I ask myself daily. These questions I pose in my scripts are for you to ask yourself, are not random questions I pull out of my ass. These are the questions I ask within about everything. None of these questions are rhetorical to me. I always question why I do things, and I always find the answer. I don't just throw the question out without seeking an answer, and I don't always accept the answer at face value. I probe to find what is still hidden from my view. There are many mindsets that we have due to our indoctrination into first cognition that will be impediments to greater levels of awareness, and I'm not just talking about second cognition awareness. I'm talking about even greater levels of awareness that I can't even fathom yet. Here are some of the mindsets I've seen within my own mind and changed because they were detrimental to my psychic growth and my perceptual awareness. The mistake mindset. This mindset made me afraid most of my life to make mistakes because I didn't want to look stupid in the eyes of others or my own eyes. I didn't get rid of this mindset. I changed it to the mindset that I learned more from my mistakes than I learned from my successes, so I look forward to my next mistake. The I'm not creative mindset. You've seen the video. I got rid of this mindset and created the mindset that I am creative, and my creativity isn't reliant on what I or others think creativity should be. The my memory sucks mindset. I changed this mindset by realizing that my memory doesn't suck. It is just no longer geared towards useless information that does not serve my psychic path. When you hold this mindset, it prevents you from remembering and processing information that does serve one's psychic path. The I don't get it mindset. This was the mindset that I had when the mountain analogy came into my awareness. I got rid of this mindset by realizing my own inaction was responsible for me not getting it, because I was sitting on the opportunity knocks mindset. The opportunity knocks mindset. This was the mindset I had that I thought everything was going to come to me and that I could just sit on my ass and do nothing and make my psychic growth happen. Psychic growth and awareness growth requires intent and action to make it happen. There are no hands out that are conducive to one's path where growth and awareness is concerned. You must reach for it with willful intent and purpose and make it happen. The I don't want to mindset. This is the mindset I held that prevented me from doing things or looking into things on my path because I didn't want to do them. Breaking this mindset was the basis of asking my Soika, is this something I need to look into to grow my awareness? There are times I still don't want to do something, but I will do it anyway because the answer to that question is yes. This created the mindset of trusting myself when I didn't want to do something. The I can't mindset. This was a mindset I had to break that prevented me from doing things because I didn't do them well. I broke this mindset for the fuck it, I can do this mindset. The confirmation bias mindset. This was a mindset of only reading things that I agreed with. I have found that by removing this mindset and reviewing things I don't agree with, it gives me deeper understanding within myself of why I don't agree with something, and there are sometimes it has opened up a new avenue of contemplation for me. The everybody else does this but me mindset. This mindset is pretty much self-explanatory. Yes, at one time I held this mindset and had to change it to the everybody else does this, including me mindset, so I can find, see, and clean up my own mental shit. The projection mindset. This is more of a behavior and a reaction than a mindset, but is still a classic reaction of the ego. But until one admits they do this, they can't break the habit and the mindset from doing it. The reactive mindset. This is another one that is more of a behavior than a mindset, but it is completely misperceived by many. I changed this reactive mindset for the respond mindset. The word reaction has many meanings, but the one most appropriate for this mindset is an emotional response to a situation. Respond is defined as saying something in reply. With the respond mindset, I reply to things. I do not emotionally react to anything. Before I respond to anything, I do contemplate what I'm going to say and why I'm going to say it. If a response isn't going to be something to teach something to someone else, I don't even bother to respond. The hierarchical mindset, this one I've already explained in a video, as have I explained the I am mindset in the same video, the power of the mindset. Most of these mindsets have been placed on us through our indoctrination without our consent. But the moment these mindsets come into our awareness, though, if we don't break them, then we become willful. Here are the steps I took to breaking my own mindsets and what you can do to break your mindsets. Step 1. Acknowledge the mindset exists within your mind. Step 2. Identify the parameters of the mindset. What it does and how it functions within your mind and how it affects your reality. Step 3. Make the choice to break it. Step 4. Muster the intent and still resolve to break it. If you don't know how to do this, then ask yourself, how do I do this? And create your own tool to break your own mindsets. Creating new mindsets are pretty much the same steps. Step 1. What mindset do you want to create? Step 2. Identify the parameters of the mindset. How do you want this mindset to function within your mind and how you want to create it for your reality? Step 3. Make the choice to create the mindset. Step 4. Muster the intent and stilled resolve to create it. If you don't know how to do this, then ask yourself, how do I create this new mindset? And create your own tools for creating your new mindsets. I don't have to share this information about myself with you, but I will share with you the reason why I'm doing so. Endel and I keep telling you that we are just folks. We are people just like you, trying to grow and develop our psyche to create and change within ourselves and to create a new reality. We are no different than any of you. We do not have, nor will we ever have your experiences, but we do have similar experiences of what you are going through and what hurdles you are having to get over, because we've had to do the same thing and we are still having to do the same thing. I want to thank everyone for listening and for contemplating this information. I ask that if on your path you come across mindsets within your own minds that I haven't listed here, please share them in the comments to bring the mindsets to the light for everyone else, so we know where to look within our minds to find them. If you have created a new mindset for yourself that has helped you grow on your path, please share that as well to inspire others to create new mindsets. I'm Gemma Beall. Stay the course and don't give up on yourself.